Echo, leave it. No. Oh, it was coming right at me. Welcome to the Got Out channel. The dogs and I, we've been living out here on the road on BLM land and National Forest land for over 2 years now. That red guy, that's Dodger. He doesn't have the best hearing anymore, but he's still got good eyes and he's got strong legs. He's my mountain dog. We used to go backpacking together. And now we've been doing a lot of desert time. He's been spending most of the day today under the trailer. He seems to like it under there because it's nice and cool. And Echo, he's a young guy. He can do a lot of running and he likes the hot weather actually, don't you? So we're out here in Arizona and I wanted to show you all something. Something I haven't found before. I've seen these cactus. Oh, it's right here. This is the pincushion cactus. And these little red fruits here, it's got some thorns on it, but you know, they're not too sharp actually. But these little fruits are, they call them berries. And these are completely edible. They look like chili peppers. Oh, I'm getting some thorns in me. Ow. Let's see, I guess I'm not gonna be able to grab that one with my fingers. So I'm gonna try to make a little tweezers here. There we go. Oh yeah. Now this one looks like it's got some bug damage. I'll break it open and see what it's like inside. But this one's ready to go. You can just pop that right in your mouth. It's like a little desert treat. There's a couple more over here. Here it is. That's a good one. So let's go take a look at these and see what's inside of them. And I'll tell you what they taste like. I've never actually tried these before. They look just like a chili pepper. They're really small. They're kind of like, they make me think of like little strawberries, like wild strawberries and chili peppers. I'm gonna break this one open first because it's got some bug damage right there. So if there's like bugs inside there, I'm definitely not gonna eat it. There's no bugs in there, but you can see the little seeds. So you can see the little seeds in there. And it feels just like a red pepper. You can eat the seeds and everything. You don't have to pick it apart like I'm doing. I'm just doing that to check for bugs. Okay, here's a tarantula hawk. Look at this thing. Now these are non-aggressive, but look at how big that thing is. I don't want Mr. Echo to get to like go after it or anything. That's my main concern. Can you hear it? It's about 2 inches long. And I don't remember if it's the males or the females. Oh geez. These things freak me out. I don't like wasps. Echo, leave it. No. Good, he responded right away. Whew. he was gonna go after it. He'll go after like flies and stuff like that. See if I can get a good shot of it. I'm scared because they have the second most powerful sting of any insect. But the good thing is they don't go after people. They only sting you if you like grab them. He just flew over here. But that's called a tarantula hawk, and they prey on tarantulas. They kill the tarantula, or they sting it in its hole, and then they lay its eggs on the tarantula, and then the larvae eat the tarantula, supposedly while it's still alive. Now I lost sight of it, it's gone. But I just can't believe how big those things are. And they're so vicious looking. And they really are they have the most powerful stinger. The second most powerful stinger. I mean, it'll paralyze wherever it stings you, and you'll be in extreme pain for like 10 minutes. Now that was cool because Echo was trying to go after it for a second, which I don't blame him, because he'll do that, you know, with flies and things that bother him. And I yelled at him, and he stopped right away. You could see that on camera. So that's a good thing. That's kind of the things I like to learn doing this nomad lifestyle, things like that. And with the dogs, you got to be really mindful of the creatures that are out here. And I don't know everything about them, and the dogs don't either. So teaching him, I can see the hawk, the tarantula hawk over there flying around again. Let me see if I can capture it some more. So you can see it just landed right over here. And these things, it's blue, green, black, and you can hear its wings. It just landed on the truck. Dodger, get out of there. Get out of there. It just landed under, right where Dodger likes to sleep, under the trailer. And here's a water bowl. Maybe it's going for the water. You can see it right there. And it's just looking around. Oh, it was coming right at me. It's just the wind was blowing it at me. It's flying against the wind. So there it's landed. Oh God. Okay, now Echo just looked at it and he thought about chasing it. I saw that on him, and he decided on his own not to go after it. So I think I'm teaching him to avoid these things. Now it just landed over here by this tank. I don't see it anymore. So that always makes me feel good, teaching a dog what to keep away from. You know, we run out into rattlesnakes out here. There was a gopher snake in the truck, in the engine compartment. Jeez, it's fast. So there's snakes around here. I've seen the dogs encounter a rattlesnake before, and they did really good. But it's things like that that really scare me the most. Okay, so I got these two little treats in here. Right here. And we looked inside of them. Let's get a good look inside. Then I'm gonna try it on camera, tell you what it tastes like. Okay, that was like a bee or something. I'm really jumpy right now. I think it was just a bee or a fly. Those tarantula hawks, man. Those things creep me out. The only thing that gives me any sort of comfortability around them, like following it around like that, is knowing that they're not aggressive. They don't really have any enemies, so they don't have any reason to be aggressive. That's why they're so brightly colored. You know, they got that iridescent body and the bright orange wings. I mean, it's like the size of a hummingbird. They have no fear around anything because everything knows not to mess with them. And so I think just yelling at Echo there a minute ago, I think that's going to help him get it into his head to avoid those things. Because when he hears me freak out, he kind of gets it. So I got these two little treats here. And so you just got these black seeds inside. Little black seeds. And if I smell it, you know, it doesn't really smell like anything. I thought it was going to be sweet like a strawberry. I mean, it doesn't even smell green. It smells like wet, kind of like water or something. The little seeds are kind of like chia seeds. You just pop them in your teeth. It's good. It tastes like nothing. I want to say it's kind of spicy, but I don't think it's spicy at all. I think it's just psychological because it has exactly the same texture as like a red pepper or a chili pepper. Exactly the same. It's kind of stringy like that. It's got a lot of seeds, but the seeds are, I like eating the little seeds because you just pop them in your mouth. So it's moist, not super moist. You know, if you pick the pears off of a prickly pear cactus, those kind of reddish purple pears, they're a few inches big. Those things are really sweet. They're a lot harder to deal with. Like these, you just pick them from the cactus itself, from the pincushion. You just pick them right up and eat them. But the prickly pears from the prickly pear cactus, they have little glaucids all around them, little tiny hair-like needles, hair-like spines. So you gotta treat them in a different way when you're picking them and when you're consuming them. But those are really sweet. Now this pincushion fruit, I would always eat them now. Now whenever I see them, I'm gonna eat them, just because it's like a little treat. It's like a little wild treat. It's kind of moist, but actually it doesn't have any flavor. I think even if I ate a whole handful of them, I don't think I'd get any flavor from them. I mean, there might be a tiny bit of sweetness. There's nothing, it doesn't taste green or like grass or anything. It just doesn't taste like anything at all. You gonna stay away from the tarantula hawk? You did good. I yelled at you and you jumped back right away. Yeah. You can tell when I freak out, huh? That you know it's not safe. The only thing he doesn't listen when I tell him not to go after is DEERs and COWs. I have to keep him on a leash when those are around. Now I did see some javelina here. The first time I've seen javelina, and there were two of them. I got out of the trailer and I heard these kind of beasts wandering around down in the wash right below our camp. And it sounded to me like, I thought, oh, it must be javelina. I've never seen them before. So that was the first time I'd seen javelina in the wild. And I got to Echo before he saw him, and I put him right on the leash. And then he started smelling them right away, and the javelina took off up the hill. So it's things like that I like to see, and it's the main reason that the dogs and I are doing RV life. We live full time out here, and man, every minute is an adventure if I want it to be. I spend a lot of time inside the trailer when it's super hot, like today is super hot, so I just kind of came out at the end of the day where it's cooling off. And I'm in there editing videos. And so when I'm in there, it's pretty casual. It's just like being in an apartment or in a house. You know, it's a little better than van life because I got a bathroom in there, I got a bedroom, I got a proper kitchen, I got a shower. There's a full-size shower in there. But it's a lot of the same benefits of van life as far as like being in the outdoors and seeing nature and exploring new things. We've seen so much stuff, and I've got to do it all with my dogs, and that means a lot to me. But we're always seeing something new. There's a lot of dangers out here too, like I was talking about the snakes. Rattlesnakes is my main concern, and seeing how close that tarantula hawk was getting to my dogs, it's like, yeah, the dogs could bother that thing, and that tarantula hawk is going to sting them, and they're going to be in pain, and then I'll probably jump out of the trailer and not know what got them. That's a scary thought, actually, now that I think about it. I mean, there's all kinds of other things that could sting them or bite them. There's centipedes and tarantulas, all that. And so if I don't see it happen, I kind of have to assume the worst, I guess, that it's a rattlesnake, which means I got to take the dog and take him to the hospital so they can get vaccine or whatever they do to help treat them. And then supposedly it's only a 50-50 chance. So it's a little scary, to be honest. Things like that are scary. But the benefit is this. We play it safe as we can out here. One thing I do is pretty regularly when it's hot like this, when it's rattlesnake season, I do what I call the snack check. So I check under the trailer pretty thoroughly in the morning, and several times throughout the day, I'll check to make sure there's no snakes under there. The tarantula hawk's flying around here again. So I just look under here every morning and a few times throughout the day if the dogs are going to be under there, just to look for snakes. And I also give a look under the truck, see if there's any snakes under there. That's my main concern out here, especially with the dogs. You know, they like to be under here because it's nice and cool. It's 90-something degrees today, and it's a lot cooler under the trailer. He's a good boy. He's a good dog. Hit that like button. We like to know you're watching, so let us know you're watching.